Hey guys, I'm going to show you how I make my cream that I use in my hair. This is not a holding cream. It is just a cream that I use for my lock method when I do the lock method. So the first thing I do is I take a heat resistant bowl and I grate my butters into it or anything that I need to melt down. And the things that I need to melt down today are my cocoa butter and my raw shea butter, and that's what's in this bag right here. So I'm just going to take a little bit of time to grate this down. And I'm not going to grate very much of it because I like to make this in small batches, because I'm going to put some aloe vera leaf juice in there. And so I don't want it to be too much that I have in here, because then it'll go bad quickly and I don't want it to go bad. So the next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to take my shea butter and this shea butter is absolutely awesome. It's so soft and it feels so good. Now before, when I bought shea butter in the beauty supply, it did not look like this. It didn't feel like this. Everything was very different. But this shea butter from Better Shea Butter, that's the company name up there. This shea butter is completely different. It is so soft. It feels amazing. So I'm just going to take a little bit of it. See how it just crumbles right off? It's so amazingly soft. Very, very different from any other shea butter that I've used. But like I said, normally I get the shea butter that is in the beauty supply, and it's nothing like this. So from here, what I will do is I will put this container onto my double boiler, and I'm going to melt down my oils or my butters to make it liquid so I can add the rest of my ingredients. Here are my butters, nice and melted together. And I took it off just before they were completely melted because I want to use the least amount of heat as possible. I have, the only grapeseed oil I have right now is a spray oil, so I'm just going to spray a little bit of that in here. So that's a little bit of grapeseed oil. And then I am going to add coconut oil. This is a little bit more than 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. I'm going to let that sit in the warm oil to melt it down. And then in this container I have a little bit of castor oil. See, it's nice and thick. And then I'm going to, actually, I won't add the aloe vera right now. I'm going to add all of the oils, and then as I'm whipping this, I will add the aloe vera juice. I'm going to put in a few drops of the vitamin E oil. I'm not going to put too much of that because I don't like the way it smells. And then I'm going to add some honey. And I'm just using just my children's honey. I'm not using my raw honey. And I guess that's about 1.5 tablespoons that I just added. I'm just going to whisk it together. Okay, so now I'm going to sit this in the refrigerator for just a few minutes. I want it to get a little bit more solid, and then I'm going to gradually add my aloe vera juice. Okay, so the butters have started the process of starting to thicken up, but before it becomes a solid, I am going to take some of my aloe vera juice, and this is about 1/4 cup of aloe vera juice, and I'm going to gradually add it to my mixture. see that instantly it really starts to thicken up once I add that aloe vera, because the aloe vera really cooled it down. Sorry, I'm getting too close. And you can definitely whip this with a hand blender if you want to. You can put it in a regular blender, a standing blender. I'm not going to. This small batch does. I don't feel that it needs to have that much. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour my mixture into my container. Okay, so here we go. I can't believe the mixture amount was exact for my container. I actually had another container just in case it was overflowing. Okay. So now we're just going to let it sit in the refrigerator so that it can firm up. So you see how I make my shea butter moisturizing cream, and I'm going to show you where I got the idea for some of the concoctions that I've been putting together. The Better Shea Butter Company, which is the company where this butter is from, actually has a booklet that you can download. The name of the book is Easy Recipes for DIY Skincare by Better Shea Butter, and I just printed it out. And so it's in this big binder. I probably should have taken it out of this binder. But this is the book that I printed out. And I can't remember how many pages it is. And there are not pages on it. Oh, there are 36 pages. I see it right here on the table of contents. And there were so many things in here that you can actually make. And some of the things that stood out to me was the fact that there is something in here. There's a page in here that tells you how to store it, the shelf life, and all of that. And then there is a page that tells you how to melt your butters. And there is something I want to make next is sunscreen, because it's getting hot out and my children tend to get sun poisoning in the summertime. So sunscreen is a big deal for us. We always have to make sure that we have it. But there are so many different chemicals in a lot of the sunscreens out there that just seeing that I can make my own, that was something I was super excited about. And the other thing that I definitely want to do is the Shea hair conditioner. And then there is a peppermint lip balm. That will actually be my very next thing that I make. And then I will make the sunscreen. I'm really excited about the peppermint lip balm. So these are some of the things that I got from this this downloadable book that they have available. The company itself is out of Texas, Austin, Texas, and this is 16 ounces of ivory unrefined raw shea butter. Now the shea butter that I would normally buy from the beauty supply is completely different from this, and when I got this I said, wow, this is the real deal. Because the other stuff that I was getting was not, it was not like this. It was a lot more stiff. The consistency is not as soft and buttery as this right here. This is literally like butter from your refrigerator that you use on toast. That's what this is like, but then it's a little bit more crumbly. So it's a very big difference, and I'm really loving this, and I think this is going to be my new thing to put in all of my DIYs because I really like it. I like the way it makes my skin feel. I like the way it makes my hair feel. It's great for the lock method. So if you make things with shea butter, I know a lot of people commented about the DIY styler that I uploaded before. They tried the concoction. I keep calling it a concoction like I'm like a mad scientist. But a lot of people said that they mix it with shea butter instead of cocoa butter. And so please tell me the different things that you make with your shea butter. I am really interested in that, because once I saw this book and I saw the different things that you can make, even like this body bar that you use for lotion, all of those things are just so exciting. But I would love to know the things that you've tried with your shea butter. If you can just leave a comment below so I can know all the wonderful things I can make with mine. So that's all I have for today. And we'll see you soon, okay guys? Bye.